Okay, then we should be live for qualifying here at round 9 at Baku. Yep, as it's of course now qualifying. It's gonna be a wet qualifying apparently, as the performance of the cars are based off the championship. So as we can see, Noah being a bit further down, MCRO being a bit further down, Charles being a bit further down, Smaggy on paper on the worst car of the grid, but it's still the Aston Martin. It's still a decent car, so he has nothing to be worried about. It's actually, if I see at Noah, it's the special McLaren. It's the chrome one. See if it's also there with the other one. The other one isn't out. No other specialties. No. Yeah, quickly, of course. Gotta add everything. No DRS, of course, which is gonna be a major play because the Baku straight, of course, the longest on today's calendar, as it's approximately, I think, 1.5 kilometers long. Most people out on track right now. A lot of out laps. Let's see. We're gonna go with Fred here in the Red Bull, hitting the wall on the out lap, which not good. Can't lie. At least I would recommend you to not hit the wall. Okay, I need to slightly tweak the live because this isn't very good quality. Like, let me hop on F1 there. What is this idiocracy of OBS like? Bruh. Oh, some issues here. At least now it's full screen, I think. At least it should be. Actually, as we see, Edward going quicker than Smeggy, which is interesting, that's to say the least. Yes, okay, so it's double correct. And now we see Frame going even quicker here in qualifying. As I'm gonna be quickly gone for a minute of 3, getting a quick little snack and a drink before we're gonna prepare for this exciting round here at Baku for round 9 of the FTRL Racing League. We're working on some bigger grids, but we gotta sort up some issues within the management, but we're working on that. So for season 3 we should have bigger grids. As I'm gonna leave you guys with Framed, and I'm gonna quickly grab a drink. Must have accidentally clicked a button, but it's actually good. Wheels in the pit. But there were still people pushing, so we're gonna, you know what, let's go to Smeggy. See, it's on his outlap right now here, as we're in the crunch time of qualifying. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. We gotta see Tristan and MCRO being out already, which is crazy. Quickly gotta do that. Yep, sorry guys. I had to quickly do something. One minute remaining on the clock. The people who are not gonna be improving their lap times are Panda, Waveband, and Mamonga. They are staying into the pit lane. As Panda retires, the track is drying up. It's close to slicks, I would say. But not there yet. Frey now has started his lap. So I'm actually gonna go on board with him. A lot of wheels been coming out of the corner there, but I think it's actually not even that bad of an exit. Pushing, of course, over the lap, and will we keep enough ERS for the straight? That's any employee user. That's always important to know. As for now, it's all looking good for him. Purple sector 1. Now coming up here into the castle section, will he? And he keeps it out of the wall. It actually didn't seem that bad. Mamonga and Noah are finished, of course, what we already thought. How will this sector 2 look? Is it actually wetter than I would have expected though? Does he keep it out of the wall here? Yes, he does. Oh no, he actually doesn't. Oh. This could play a major role in qualifying as he gets another purple sector. 1.1 seconds up his time. I think Mamonga actually made a huge mistake by not going out for a second run here in qualifying. He has all the deploy in the world they would have won. Josh retires, P7, not good. He's using all of the deploy. Actually no overtake until the end. Actually kept a bit of deploy. A 149.5 on the dot. So now gonna go on board with Smeggy. Let's see. Way more deploy. He actually invalidated his laps. Our championship leader won't improve in the Aston Martin. Now, as you've seen, no Edward, sorry. Coming up here, way too much deploy used. Yes, this is gonna cost time and time, and he only gets up to P2. As we only have Waveband now. Let's see what he's actually able to do here. He actually gets up to P4. So this is gonna be our starting grid. Frame P1, Edward P2, Mamonga P3, Waveband P4, Smeggy P5, Noah P6, Josh P7, Panda P8, MCRO P9, and I can't see who's P10. Nice. It's probably someone very important that I missed. So Noah actually wasn't even in the session. It's Tristan at P10. Oh. Oh, there's my chat. I mean, could this actually, you know, have the chat? And that. Okay. Yeah. It should. Oh, actually, slightly still need to move the chat, but I still have time. Good. Wrong page. Yes. I need to actually get. Wait, sorry, guys. Oh yes, and F1. Yes. Should now all be up and running. And somehow I'm in a car. Okay, this is crazy, but I will immediately retire, of course. But for some reason, I'm in an Alpine. Don't get why. This is tiny bug in the game. Oh no, crashed into the wall. Yeah, sorry, this is kind of ruined turn 1, because of course, alright, just take a time penalty, just... Yes, now it should work. It's launched the virtual safety car. This is like... Oh, my fault, was for some, yeah, I don't know. I randomly was in a car for some reason, even though it just wasn't right. But after turn 1, it's actually turned into a full course safety car, which for some people it's gonna be some very good luck. But as we have now, Edward P1, Frame P2, Momonga P3, Smeggy P4, Waistband P5, who's already lost a couple of positions. I should also be able to see that somehow. Yes. Edward up 1 position into first. Frame lost position into second. Momanga P3 stayed the same. Smeggy up a position to P4. Waistband lost position to P5. Noah still the same. Tristan gaining 3 positions. And Josh, Panda and MCRO all losing 1 position. And of course I DNF'd because I wasn't even supposed to be in the race. But as we saw there, I think, yes, for Tristan, a 10-second time penalty. He will probably complain about that, which is an understandable choice, as, well, it's kind of weird for him to get a penalty, but gotta quickly open up everything, because I checked something on Discord, and that means it gets annoying for the stream. Yes. Now, but for the people with wing damage, this is the opportunity to box, of course. As we see, Legend Galaxy, of course, Tristan, both entering the pit lane, and Panda and MCRO, oh, entering the pit lane, probably to get Evo rid of the penalties, get a new set of tires, get a new front wing. I mean, we're gonna check on the boys in the pit there. A new wing and a time penalty. I think a new wing probably. They're not gonna attempt to be brave and do a one stop to the end. No, they're going on a new set of medium tires. Probably trying to go for another safety car, then go back on a set of soft tires. But then now, at the back, only Josh with a penalty, but Tristan now, of course, back at the back of the grid. But clean slate, he can just regain focus, go and try and still compete in this race for some good points. He needs them, as he should also be in the championship fight. If I can somehow look at my phone, which I've lost in the trash bin that is my desk. driver lost. The very nice sound of a bag of chips, you know. Who doesn't like them? Of course, it's a safety car, so there should not be a lot happening. I'm gonna quickly search for my phone so I can actually pull up a bit of extra grass for you guys. Okay guys, I'm officially blind. It was actually a good feet and a half away from me. I am, don't ask. It's still probably safety cars probably coming in at the end of this lap. I don't even know why we have a safety car, probably some debris on the track and my retirement from the race I shouldn't even be in. Why is my F1 randomly glitched again? Like, what is this? I randomly spectate. It's probably not going to be full stream coverage in this race. I mean, I can't do anything. Like, what is this? Yeah, I mean, what is this? Like, it's all bugged for me. Leave my screens normal again. Graphs and stuff are a bit off, but at least I can do spectator thingies again. So it's now safety car in this lap as we're gonna go to our leader who's actually gone already. I mean, I couldn't see stuff. Nothing much changed. Smeggy, good restart from Smeggy. There, so we're gonna go to position. Whale still lost position. Smeggy up to now gain another position. Mamanga having a howler actually coming into the pit lane for some reason. And MCRO getting a 10-second time penalty. This, yeah. We've only had 4 pit stops. Then we see Tristan actually 3 positions up, which is going to be good for the championship. Then, as we see there in the back, Smeggy and Waveband fighting. Actually clear. Oh, I thought someone spun around nearly. So there's a McLaren of Noah in the back here for Smeggy. But no danger for him, of course. Our championship leader is driving weird. And that's some very interesting driving for my championship leader, who was actually repassing his teammate. I don't know what happened there. As a McLaren is there without a front wing. Must have hit the wall actually. On entry. Yes, it's boxing now. Noah's coming into the pit. He must have hit his wing. Yeah, at the exit of the corner, of course. Yellow flag, sector 3 or retirement maybe. No. Mamanga 4 down, MCR coming in the pits. There's another panda also in the pits. Mamanga also in the pits. All of them of course hoping for safety cars so they actually, I mean, these tell the people closer on track to one another, so I'm gonna keep the camera on here. Waveband actually setting the fastest lap. You see, a battle for the lead. Sorry guys, it was slightly battle for the lead. Now, Frame back in the lead. Edward behind. Waveband P3. Maggie 4.5 seconds behind, but overtake. Sorry guys. Actually overtaken Waveband, so he's pushing and pushing. Waveband actually now battling for P2 as they keep it clean. Red Bull 1-2. I mean, who was expecting that? Yellow flags, the two was there. There's some McLaren of MCR0. Long time to spin the car around and think Mahavir Gunaton actually has competition. Smeggy pulling away, Frame is doing a howler of a job there in P1. Is it gonna be 2 wins in a row for him? If that's the case, he's going for a late title charge. Or it's just Waveband keeping everybody up. Smeggy now creating a train, but he's probably gonna end up being overtaken. But he's actually doing good in the ERS department. But how much will the slipstream affect? You know, maybe it's running very low downforce compared to the other people on the grid. Actually, no, it's being over. Actually, isn't being overtaken. It's still going free wide. Smeggy taking all the risks that he wants. But is it enough? Is it enough? Will we gain? Side by side. Watch out, Smeggy. Watch out. Actually doesn't get any position, but used a lot of ERS. But is this enough? It's that's. Yes, that's gonna be investigated by the stewards. Of course, they can always use the stream for clips. That's just the waveman running into the back of Edward. I don't know who we could say is at fault there. But the heavy wing damage for him. No, oh, Smeggy, watch out with that, man. Watch out with that. Lucky to get away with it, but could easily lose. And I mean, lose a wing from that. But of course, an easy overtake on Waveband, as Waveband just has that wing damage, you know. Instead, maybe a DNF. MCR. I mean, yeah, what is this, man? I mean, yeah. Both McLarens are out, because I mean, what are you doing here? Like, we may need a black flag just during the race, because I mean, what is this driving, man? Frame nearly hitting the wall. Smeggy keeping the lead. Waveband gap now extended up to a second. 2 seconds to Edward. But both Ferraris come out together. But will they fight, or is it gonna be a blue flag situation? Or is Momonga? It's actually helped his teammate here with the DRS. But he of course has to get out of the way for Smeggy soon. You see Tristan hauling down Josh. Now right behind Josh. Will it be enough? Is Tristan putting enough pressure on Josh to make a mistake in the castle section? Who knows? Josh, 3-second time penalty. 4 is a weird place to get a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Like, MCRO, we may actually need a black flag during the race, because what is this drive good? Actually good, like, shocking. That's all I can say. Very appalling driving. Frame still pushing at it. Now 10 laps in. Tristan pulling off the chase from Josh, and Josh got pulling to Smeggy. Smeggy slightly gaining on Edward. Momonga in the pitch again. I think it's just doing the 5 compound challenge right now. Tristan pulling out into the pitch where he had the newest medium for everyone on the grid. Probably preventing the undercut from Waveband, but actually Waveband putting on some good laps. Get ahead. Just still see Smeggy. It's only like a 10th lap. He's getting closer to Edward, but a slow stop from Edward could mean everything from 1.5 seconds. As we saw in today's race, which sadly McLaren got into their McLaren bullshit. Actually see that's like a substantial, like a 20-second delay on the stream. I mean, it's good with some things, but also bad with others, you know? I mean, but I actually can't finish commentating this race, sadly enough. I have to go around lap 16 to help out my mom real quick, so I'm gonna try and of course stay as long as I can, but around lap 16 I actually have to go, sadly enough. Hit the wall. As Friends actually made a pit stop and only came out 3 seconds behind Josh and only around quick math 5.5 seconds behind Smeggy, which is actually going to be huge for the championship. This is not going to be another Smeggy win, as you can see here. It's just, I mean, Josh gets another 3-second time penalty. There's actually nothing interesting happening right now, so I mean, we'll just keep the camera on our championship leader. Edward and our championship leader coming into the pit lane actually now. Decent stop from the Ferrari pit crew there. Also good from me as the morning crew, so who knows, who knows. So they come out P45, wave and massive undercut for now, but of course now Edward and Smeggy have that 4-lap tire advantage. That's gonna be a lot. But Tristan actually hounding down his teammate. I don't think it's a good choice for Tristan to overtake his teammate. Smeggy only has to get tire attempts in his car, but it's just, his race pace today has been shown above that of Tristan's. Smeggy not willing to go for Ftrl. I mean, that's Tristan. Now Tristan's losing time again. Nobody's close to each other except these two. And Josh. Close to Frame, but Frame's actually overtaken Josh. And Josh still needs to do a pit stop, so it's looking for a dominant win here for Frame. But keep in mind, there's a big chance of still DNFing, as this is a very, very tough and hard circuit sometimes. So we're gonna actually keep it on our race leader until the gap between Tristan and Smeggy gets within 0.2 of a second, which it has not so far. Dominant Fashion's driving here. Are we looking at Will possibly going on a title charge in season 3? I mean, these last 2 races I've seen of him are both in dominant fashion. So I mean, there's a chance because he's 10 and a half seconds ahead of his teammate in P3, originally P2. And the thing is, yeah, it's the same exact car. Yes, Waveman had to come. Yes, Waveman pitted earlier, but of course he has that tire advantage for those couple laps he pitted earlier. I mean, the hards on this game are a very, very good tire. I mean, most people don't complain with it, and it's now just Will boxing later for almost hards. Now, of course, he's gonna keep the tire advantage till the end of the race. See, Edward and Smeggy trying to get closer and closer to Waveman. Is actually gonna check up on them, as we see. So there we see those two in the back. Edward actually not having DRS on Waveman, but Smeggy having DRS on Edward. This could just be the little thing we need in this fight as Josh comes into the pits. This could be what we need for them for a good fight, you know. Edward having the superior car, but does Smeggy have the superior pace? That's the big question of today's afternoon. Smeggy, good exit, good at climbing closer. Forcing the defensive move. 3/10 separating these cars. Smeggy trying all that he can do. He's trying everything, but will it be enough? But as we know, Smeggy very aggressive driver, but what I'm seeing right now, a lot of tiny hits on the wall, but does generate a lot of tire wear. But as he lines it up perfectly here, that was close between these two cars. Keeps locking up slightly. But now Edward's actually in the DRS of Waveman, so are we gonna see Smeggy and Edward just slowly coming up the Waveman, and Waveman gonna be the deciding factor between these two who's gonna get the position? As we see two blinking lights, but is it both because of low ERS or yeah? Actually, this is gonna be the battle of low ERS. This is just a slipstream battle. Smeggy's already paused. But will Edward try and do something in the braking? No, he won't. Now Smeggy going on a charge here for that P2 of Waveband. It's already 7/10 between Edward and Smeggy. It's same pure Smeggy pace. And Smeggy's in that 1 second of Waveband. Is he trying? He's still pushing, so we gotta see. Of course, Waveband normal in that Ferrari, if I'm right, and Smeggy, of course, in that V-Carb. The white machine has actually been performing pretty good IRL and in this league this season. 5/10. Edward's already out of the arrest. Damn. Smeggy putting on some astonishing pace, but I mean, he's got to make the highest loss, but he doesn't need the pressure to right to his head. It's 11.7 seconds to frame. I don't think Smeggy is actually able to count those 9 seconds. As it's now a 3-second time penalty for framed, but 12-second gap. I mean, that's a lot. His frame just back in dominant fashion. Bucks a lap earlier than Smeggy and Edward. Will Smeggy overtake before the DRS line? No, he won't. As he got to the DRS, he's on medium, he's on overtake. Is there any stopping to him? No, there isn't. A Momonga back into the pit lane. I mean, how of a race for Momonga, but Waveband trying something. Smeggy coming a wide. Just not hitting the wall. That was close. But he's ahead. But not too far. Only 3/10. Josh actually says the fastest lap of the race in lap 18 so far. Battle here for P2. In the braking. Clean so far. Will it be clean here? That's the bigger question always. Slight contact, but no, we see no parts flying off. But Edward getting closer and closer again and again. But how much tighter does Smeggy have remaining? We've seen him hit a wall a couple of times. We see him sometimes doing a bit of drifting. Is it enough to keep the car in a good running state or not? .2 Will the bigger question is, will Smeggy overtake before the DRS line or not? Or is he just gonna stick behind, recharge the battery, of course. Yes, he's actually doing that. Yes. When we see the DRS getting activated, we see it just before coming into the first turn. And he gets close. But don't forget Edward down in the back. As the game is giving us the perfect camera angle to show this battle. Smeggy getting paused, but will Edward also get paused in the same turn? Or no, will he has to wait? You see Waveband trying to take it alongside, but he has to defend from Edward here, and that's gonna compromise his exit. Good for Smeggy. Smeggy actually has the ERS this time to defend. And will he remain? Yes, he will remain in P2. Waveband P3, Edward P4. So you're seeing here some amazing fighting here for P2. As you see, P1 frame 13 seconds in the lead. So he's going for this race in a dominant fashion. But don't forget, P2 also some very good points. It's going to be a tight-knit battle here for P2 and the MP3. Which one of these three is going to end up on the podium? My money is on Smeggy and Edward, but that could all change in the case of a safety car or a DNF from one of these three. As it's now to see here, of course, Smeggy pulling away, but not enough to get out of the DRS. Waveband on 4 laps all the tires. I mean, now the advantage is really starting to show, but Smeggy hitting the wall a couple times. That's limiting his advantage. Edward, I think, has the biggest advantage. Smeggy drifting out of the corner, but is it enough? 8 times, it's not going to be enough to get him out of the DRS. Smeggy will going to be had to defend on the straight maybe, or for the next one. As here, the DRS gets detected. It's here, the rear wing opens from the Ferrari and the Red Bull. 210 separated, 2 of them. I can't get my camera, and they're fighting. Around the outside, tries to go Edward. He's not able to do it, and I think there he actually hits the wall. This could be getting investigated by the stewards. 8/10. Edward, is he gonna try it again to get the position? No, it's way too far back. 9/10 separates the gap between Waveband and Smeggy. this is a case of damage on the car of Edward. As we saw, maybe there, him hitting the wall in the back at turn 1. Not a good corner, especially on the exit. But also not good from Waveband, which now means Smeggy 1.5 seconds into the lead. But will he mess it up at the cancel section? No, he actually won't. Always good to see. I mean, him having such an amazing race already, and then ruining it on the cancel section is always sad to see as he gained 3 positions. Edward having a howler so far, losing 2. Manga having it even worse, losing 3. Is actually, as we know, of course, you see in the leader, he should be a lap down on the leader, if I am right. Or not. Actually, no, he's not. Nice. So you see Panda a minute down from the leader. Tristan 40 seconds. Josh 27 seconds. And then we see, of course, the big 3. Edward, Waveband, and Smeggy. Fire! Oi, oi, oi. That could be getting investigated by the stewards for just close the door while alongside one another. But of course, here Waveband with the DRS, but he's way too far back, and will now finally the tire advantage show for Smeggy and Edward. I mean, it's already done for Smeggy, and it's doing now for Edward. As Waveband's 9/10 back, closing up to a second. Yeah, Edward now, of course, trying to close the gap to Smeggy, trying to get that P2 and get into that middle step of the podium. Never mind. Waveband, yeah, actually, just what I was about to say is keeping the gap within a second. He messes up in the castle and gets a gap down, but he's actually pushing back his back within a second. And it's out, and it's back in. Gotta wait until after this corner. Actually, no, no. Just no traction into the corner. But actually, it wasn't even that bad of a corner. But this is, yeah. There is room and chance at P3. There's room, maybe a chance at a podium. Unless one of the top 3. Of course, Matthias is now framed. 15 seconds into the lead. He's within this race in dominant fashion. But as good as this race is, I unfortunately have to go, as I actually have to go around lap 16. It's already lap 22. Oh, as we then see Waveband hitting the wall. I'm gonna wait until they're on the straight. Oh, Waveband, don't do that, man. You're ruining your race. But I'm unfortunately have to go, and I wish you guys all the best. And I'll put a post later on the channel with won the race, of course. But I'm gonna be there, of course, for the next race, as we always do. But everyone have a very good evening, especially for the people in this race. And I'm excited to see who will win.